Hey there, welcome in. My name is Jake Hoskins. This video is going to be about the 5 companies that I think could be in danger in the future. These predictions are for like 10 or 20 years into the future. They shouldn't be, acted on right now, so don't go out and buy or sell any stock or anything like that. This is just pure speculation on my part. And like I said, this is just over a long period of time. So, number 5, we'll start out with Facebook. And Facebook is a huge company, as you probably know. It's worth $526 billion right now. And it's comprised of Facebook, of course, and then Instagram and WhatsApp and Messenger. And if you think about it, that's pretty low diversification for a company that's that big. And basically, their revenues only come from Facebook ads and then a little bit from Instagram. And so, one of the problems with Facebook is that they're losing the younger viewers, the younger users. That 18 to 35 range, and that's really hurting their growth and their prospects in the future. And then a thing that plagues Instagram and Facebook is spam, and I've noticed this in my personal experience with Instagram a lot more recently. They're just having problems containing all the bot accounts and everything like that, and that's really taking a hit on their authenticity and on the strength of the engagement that they're getting from their users. And then Facebook has some very public problems, the privacy problems and the political problems about concerns of them just showing you what they want you to see and tracking a lot of your data and potentially giving it away to other companies. And, people have lost a lot of trust with Facebook, and understandably so. And, I just see them getting hurt a lot by these issues and with the spam issues in the future. And it wouldn't be super hard to come up with another social media platform that could kind of eat away at Facebook's market share. So my number 4 is basically all oil companies. So Chevron, ExxonMobil, BP, Shell, Phillips 66, and so on. And you probably know why. This comes from the trend towards clean energy. So there's a lot of people that are going into the clean energy space, a lot of really smart people, scientists, politicians, chemists, financial people, all trying to kind of knock out oil in a sense. And so with so many people behind this movement, and rightfully so, I don't see how oil can maintain its traction maybe 10 or 15 years down the road, with companies like Tesla just really making strides every year to replace oil as an energy source. Number 3, I have McDonald's. And the main reason with that is the health concerns. We have a huge obesity epidemic in this country, and McDonald's is kind of the poster child for bringing that about. And they've also got competition from healthier and more hip restaurants like Chipotle and Panera Bread. And quite honestly, I don't think their food is that good either. But they just have so many stores. They have 38,000 restaurants as it is. And even if they were to try to enact some healthier policies, it would take a long time to adapt those policies across all the stores. And I just don't think that they can shake off the bad aura that they've already built around their company for just being really unhealthy. My number 2 company in danger is Snap. This is the parent company of Snapchat. And Snapchat makes money from ads, so ad revenue, and they're losing money right now, quite a bit of money. They're a pretty small company, and they've been shrinking since their IPO. And they made that new update a little while ago, and all their users just completely hated it. Their main source of users was that 18 to like 25-year-old demographic. And when Instagram came out with the Instagram stories, Snapchat just got crushed because they took that feature from Snapchat and integrated it with what was already a much bigger infrastructure with Instagram. And so Instagram just completely crushed Snapchat, and the only way I see them not going into bankruptcy in the near future is if they leverage their calling and messaging services. I think that's a big deal because, why do we have cell phone numbers if we could all just have, Snapchat and call each other or message each other through Snapchat? So I think they need to leverage that in some way. Otherwise, it's pretty obvious that they're doomed within the next several years. And number 1, I have Philip Morris. Now, you probably not heard of Philip Morris, but they, along with their big competitor Altria, make all of the tobacco products in the world. And cigarettes, smokeless, the vapor products too. They're a $130 billion company, and Altria is worth $96 billion. Together they make up the entire tobacco industry. It's obvious why they're the number one company in danger, in my opinion. Every health organization out there and every parent and every concerned person in the world is trying to end smoking, and for good reason. We now have all these conclusive studies that it causes all these bad things to your health, and at some point it just stops being cool, and it just kind of fades away. It might take another 100 years, but more than likely it's gonna fade to a very small point within the next 5 to 10 years, in my opinion. So that was my top 5 list. And I have an honorable mention, and it's basically a whole industry, and I left it out because I could just do a whole video and a whole list from this industry, and that is the retail industry. So any business that has a physical building that's selling stuff out of is inherently weaker now that places like Amazon have opened up and are just crushing them on convenience and customer service and profit margins all across the board. All these retailers are being crushed. So anywhere with a physical building, basically. So you talk about Walmart, but they're doing a good job of having an online presence. Target, AutoZone, AMC Theaters, Ollie's, Tractor Supply, Burlington, Ulta, Darden Restaurants, and pick any other company or chain that has a bunch of buildings around with less foot traffic, less people going to malls and stores. That just cuts down on every other business that has a physical location. They're just not getting that traffic coming into their business, and it's been pretty obvious. You see all the abandoned malls and abandoned restaurants and everything like that. So I'll make a video later on that, but that's my honorable mention, but I didn't want to make the whole list just about that. So I appreciate you tuning in. Leave a comment in the comment section of what I left out, or which one of these you think is gonna be in the most danger in the near future. And make sure and subscribe if you like this video, and I'll see you in the next one.